Hello again, guys. Welcome to another Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy. So, on the last episode, we met an interesting individual. I feel like something Gantz, was it? Who's the chief? I think it was the chief of police, was it? I believe, yeah, chief of police. So he's an interesting character. He has interesting green eyes that forever pierces your soul, but um, but he does give us some interesting insight to the case that we're undergoing. So, to make a long story short of that scenario, basically you found out that there's two murders that took place on the same day. So, but what makes things even more interesting, that the victim for both sides of these cases is the same victim, which is Detective Goodman. So, with the trial being kind of closed, so we have to gather more evidence, and also there's some fault going with the prosecutor, realizing that, oh, I never got this information, but the chief police guy's like, nah, you did, you just didn't take it. So that puts him in the bad spot. But they ended the trial for that session, and now we're back on the field trying to gather more clues at this new murder location that took place at the police station. So, we're gonna now resume where we meet our good old buddy Meekins, who's apparently he's being accused for murdering their Goodman at this police station, which we finish, and now we're heading back to get some photographic evidence that led to this whole situation. So, rise from the ashes. Alright, so we finished this, so we gotta go back to the, let's see, criminal affairs. I guess we could go there. We haven't been there yet. February 23rd, Police Station Criminal Affairs Department.
Hey, Mr. Wright. Look who's standing at the chief of detectives' desk.
It's the police chief, Gant.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, this is me again.
Is his hair supposed to look like a lightning strike or something? Am I the only one who sees that?
Lightning strike?
Just a little bit.
Oh, you
Yeah,
mean
it
like...
looks like kind of like a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Still not sure
Oh,
what the rest, like his little shell goatee thingy is going on, but
It's amazing character design.
Yeah, he's like Zeus.
oh yeah,
in
it is
disguise.
cool. And you're sure this is all? You know what it means if there's anything missing.
Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat packets, hats, under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine.
Ah, I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal?
Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir.
The chief of detective looks a little flustered.
Aha! Righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much?
Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir.
What is this guy in swimming?
Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? That doesn't make sense.
He's chief of police, man. Alright, let's have a little bit of talk here. Can we talk about our edgy boy? Is Edgeworth going to be okay?
Dare not touch him.
Oh, Worthy. Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him.
Sounds like an inquisition.
Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boys since last year.
You back the hell off.
You mean
Yeah.
the incident on Board Lake?
It doesn't look too good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right? Righto?
Bon Karma.
Ah, legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. My hair's really annoying me here, but in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence.
Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence.
Right. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of a turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy.
What? I'll fight you.
All right, let's have a talk about the evidence room incident.
It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf, too, I mean?
There being the prosecutors, I assume.
Scientifically speaking, it's impossible.
Not scientifically possible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says.
What evidence is this?
Now, righto. I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it.
I wasn't expecting much anyway.
You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. Easter egg hunts. Worst holiday. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives trap shut.
Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier.
You saw that? Whoops.
I wonder what was that he wanted a chief there. Excuse me. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do.
Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him and get around this jerk because he's interfering with my OTP.
He's that much of a threat. Alright, let's see. Guess we can't really present anything to him yet, so unless we
Do
can
we
talk to this
have
guy.
anything? I don't know if we'd want to show him anything. Problem.
Maybe. Unless we need like some key information from him.
Let's talk to the detective.
Yeah.
Is he really a villain, though?
Who's
yeah.
the chief?
Yeah, that's the chief of detectives right there, so we're talking to him.
Oh, sorry you had to see that.
What exactly did the chief of the police want you to do?
Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in that trash can.
So, nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here?
Of course not. Well, except for this.
What? You kept something?
Why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete.
A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? Other than his life, that is.
And his badge.
The date on it is February 21st. Better make note of that just in case. Goodman's lost item report added to the courtroom record. A half-written document dated in 2/21 can only be submitted to the chief of police.
Can we look at it?
I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Alright, let's see. Take a look-sees. There we go. That... After that 5, it got scratched off. What is that?
It's not even an ID number, though. That he's only got... The numbers don't even... Because it didn't start 8-5 something?
No, that's what the judge thought.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
It
it's
starts
five.
with a 5.
Do you think it's that he lost his ID and that's why he can't write the number?
Maybe.
He didn't remember it.
Because there's
Maybe
a
something.
2/21.
That's
and
the date of the murder.
then- Yeah, that is true. We also got the steaks. Can we look at the steak? We can.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, what's this? Let's see. Ingredients: meat.
She must mean beef. She probably just wrote it generically.
What if it's like human made?
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Long
Let's hope
pig.
so.
Of course, as a scientist, I have to check what additive she used.
Go to town.
Steak sauce.
Huh. It says here, hours of sweat and labor.
So that's why the sauce is so salty.
Ugh.
Oh god, so much salt. Hey, look, it has a little piece of butter on it though.
Wow, my mouth is watering. Looks delicious. I can almost hear the sound of the steak frying on the grill.
Okay, so is it like sitting on rice and like a side of fries?
Is that asparagus?
Yeah, it looks like it's asparagus with some carrots. I don't know what that yellow stuff is. That supposed to be like
Potato
a corn or?
Potato?
That looks like fries.
I know the
yeah,
one with corn is
like
fries.
fries.
I'm
Little
talking about
ones,
the one that's
asparagus.
between the asparagus and the corn.
That looks like almost like a little
Squash?
bit of like egg.
Yeah, I think it's egg.
Omelet.
I just ate and I'm
Alright.
getting hungry.
All right, no doubt about it. It's all cold and tough by now.
No, I'm sure it's delicious. You just need to warm it up. Mrs. Starr poured her heart into making this, I'm sure.
So long she didn't put any other organs in there.
What? Why would you? What are you implying?
I don't know. Oh, that might be cheese. Because it looks like cheese.
Or butter or something. That's a
Wait.
lot of butter.
I mean, that's butter right there. And then this
Oh
is...
yeah, that's the butter.
Yeah.
Uh,
Be funny if I put it upside down, all the stuff comes out. But anyways, we're not here for that. Alright, so I guess we gotta go check out the video evidence. So let's go back. Ooh, wrong
you sure
button.
you don't want to spray the blood?
Oh god.
Spray-
What if everything is just
Check
white?
right here.
I think we should spray this dude. Let us spray people.
Oh, let's find out.
Oh, you're really good at it.
No, you don't really have to. I shouldn't have.
Stop wasting
Ah,
it. Just
ah,
keep your
ah,
allowance on it.
ah.
You've been.
In my eyes. It's in my mouth. Chief.
I gotta make sure there's
Never
nothing
mind.
icky on these freaking keyboards. It'd be weird.
Oh god, it's in my eyes.
Alright, let's
Another
go to the
$80
police
wasted.
department.
Wait, can you talk to him again?
Oh shit. Reverse to is it? Oh,
Criminal
there's
case.
guard station. There we go. Let's see. Oh, permission to enter. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor.
Well, I never thought the day would come when Righto asked me for help.
I was wondering if you could investigate. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Oh, it's quiet. He's just forever staring. I can't skip this. Okay.
Now Righto.
Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all.
Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man?
You look like a vampire.
Huh?
What the hell do I look like? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I give him $50. No problem.
Can I borrow $50?
So, go ahead. Investigate the room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out.
It just goes to show you never know until you ask.
Can we have that $50? And for you, here. You can borrow this.
$50?
It's my ID.
Hey, huh?
Gives
The detective's
his
like,
ID to whoever asked for it.
It's not
That's my phone number. That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it.
Yes, sir. It's an honor, sir. Is there 50 left? No?
Now you just run along and do your best now. Later, folks.
Oh, he pieced out. Alright.
Hey, looks sort of pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it?
I thought it was
Just
a
think,
lapel.
real ID.
You seem happy.
Yes, sir. Because, sir, we now get to go to the evidence room now, sir.
I think this place is a bad influence on the girl.
I think
Alright.
having an ID badge to show up is. I don't think
Alright.
cool is the word I would use.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Guide station. Alright. Can we move in? Nope.
Examine the
Wait.
door.
Maybe. Yeah. The evidence room's beyond that door.
And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. Oh no, it won't open.
The card reader's turned off. See?
What is that security guard thinking?
Oh, it's this guy again.
I'm recovering from a happy hour, so I'm more in character than normal.
Okay.
Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambina sky so gray?
Give me the cowboy music. Officer Marshall? Why does it have to be him?
What's that? Why does it have to be him look for?
God damn it, you can read my mind.
As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon.
We're not here. We're sorry. Still not sure why I'm supposed to be into you. We're here to investigate the crime scene.
Ellipses. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest? That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts.
You're looking at my chest? My underage chest? Okay,
Jesus.
yeah.
It's legal in the state of Japanifornia. Well, well, what you standing there for? Get along, little dogies. The crime scenes are waiting.
Beep. It looks like the car reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if you can ask you some questions.
Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres.
You're busy then?
Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you.
You were nasty.
Actually, you had no mind to tangle with us hombres.
Oh wait, we can give him the steak, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, then he'll open up and be nice to.
I mean, it's like the
Maybe.
most
The way
Tex-Mex.
to a man's heart, you know,
Yeah.
through the stomach.
Hey, man. Like steak?
That smell. Ah, reminds me of Texas.
So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas.
Oh,
No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby?
Yeah, Mrs. Starr. You know she has other
She's a-
boyfriends,
She's
right?
a Mrs. What's this?
What's wrong? Is it poison?
A filet steak lunch? I see. I
don't see. I
It's
wonder
their
what
code.
it means.
It's how they communicate.
Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall.
All right, Bambina, you win. Ask anything you. I.
Oh, yeah,
food
give me that
makes
ASMR.
Snack.
Finally. That's some good ASMR, but it seems like...
He's willing to talk while
Uh,
eating. Well, it's less attractive, but
Alright, let's have a talk about your guard station, you say.
Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, correct?
You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Oh, sorry, that was Phoenix.
It's fine. You took my words, man. You can read my mind.
It's confusing when they have the person, but they're not the one talking.
Yeah,
It happens.
agreed.
Yeah, just gotta pay close attention
I
to the
feel
names.
like they could solve it if they give each of the characters a certain like color text to them. So
yeah, that'd be cool.
I like that Valhalla has like the different cursor noises for the different characters.
oh, definitely. Anyways, go ahead.
That poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly.
He told us something. He said that when stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station.
Hmm. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know?
So, what was you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? If not doing your job.
Well, good question. You know, Texas things. I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy.
Zippy.
Newt. He was riding down the highway on his horse named quote-unquote Zippy. Or perhaps he was drunk and hallucinating.
There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place.
You mean the security camera system?
I don't take the machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know?
So tell me about yourself, Marshall.
I like the stewed broccoli.
Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago.
It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire.
That doesn't make sense. And also, you're still investigating the SL9 incident with Mrs. Starr, aren't you?
That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it.
What kind of case was it, anyways? We've heard their names so many times, but no one will tell us what actually happened.
Ellipses. Getting my gun ready. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago.
Sorry. 2 days ago. The day of our case?
That's right. The evidence transfers.
Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. Alright, let's talk about the security system.
I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do.
Only 2 of them. There must be a dozen. You sound very bad at your job. I'm
Oh
getting
my
less and
God.
less attracted to you.
Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like a stewed cauliflower with my steaks.
Oh,
I
that
bet he
was
still
the
likes those
cauliflower.
library. I bet he still likes I bet he prefers those library catalogs on index cards.
Oh god.
We solved the mystery.
He's very old-fashioned. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras.
Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned.
If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours.
And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of the tapes?
I reckon they may be. They might be, even.
You're the security guard, you reckon?
One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card.
That's the card reader by the door.
The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through.
Huh. So, this is the ID record.
Oh, there's the 58412.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Those numbers look very familiar.
I like how 2 of them were at 420.
Sorry, Bambina. I can't show you more than that.
You suck, huh?
I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet.
Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record right now. I've seen that number before.
Maybe there's some way I could prove that the record's tied to the stabbing.
Maybe you
Alright.
gotta
Number.
show me an ID.
Let's see, transferal. Sorry, could you explain about this whole transferal thing, Isabel?
We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're keeping under the presiding detective supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake. See?
So, what happens to the evidence after 2 years?
It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. The judge goes there and covers it and smothers it in cocaine.
Oh, God.
And that's what we call transferal. We do it every February.
I see now.
Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated.
Is that what happened to LSL9 2 days ago? Alright. I guess we gotta
Can we find Goodman's ID?
maybe.
to match the-
Let's see.
No,
Also,
do yourself
ID.
Show me that ID, partner.
Hold on. What about the ID that we just got from the guy?
Oh, what number is on
I don't know.
I'm
I don't
guessing it's
see it
this.
actually. Huh.
Yeah, where is it?
I don't see it because that's on my.
I think we had to give it to him when we got in.
Maybe. It's
Oh,
fine.
weird.
Let's see. We have to prove that it has to be involved. So there's only two things I can think of. It's either this lost report item, or we could show him this ID.
Yeah,
the ID
try that
actually
one.
has the number on it, so.
Yeah. So.
Right.
Let's see. I guess we could present this one.
See if that does something.
See this? This is the victim's ID card. The number.
The one that was on the ground in the parking lot.
The number on this is 5842189.
Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again.
No.
I demand it.
Oh, there's that 420 by that bunch of sevens.
I'm thinking that's
Fourth
the
number,
like
it's
guess
a
one.
perfect match.
Sevens enters. Always make sure to enter at 420 every day.
It was used at 514, right before the stabbing.
What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world.
So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room.
But wait, what did the Officer Meekins say? I tried him last time. Does somebody else want to try to take over Meekins?
I'll do it.
Alright.
Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card.
So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card? What did he do, dude?
That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me.
If he had his ID card, then why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins?
Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record.
ID card record added to the courtroom record. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this to the list of other people with IDs here. Alright. So, I guess we gotta find out IDs now? Let's see.
I guess we can talk to other police.
We can
Oh,
help
can
her
we go,
go into the
yeah,
can we
evidence
go in
room.
the room yet?
Oh, that's
like-
a fun question. Yeah, we can.
That's what we got here for.
February 23rd. Office room, evidence room, sorry, sector 3. Ah, there's a suspicious looking cloth from that thing. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here.
So this is the evidence room. It's really kind of like a graveyard. It seems haunted.
Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue.
Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Better not be zombies here. I've played too much Resident Evil.
Hey.
Ah, jeez.
Ooh.
Then he kills us. Oh.
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost or a zombie. Good thing I didn't double
I
tap.
wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So, is it true what I heard?
Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if somebody asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I give them $50. No problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. So.
I realized I could ask for his OnlyFans subscription! Yeah, it's true.
So, Chief of Police can't. Will loan anyone $50? Even me?
That's what you took from this?
That's
So
what
that's
everyone
what we
takes
were
from-
talking about.
Then he'll have enough to afford a premium.
Actually, I was put in charge of investigation for today.
Just for today?
Boss for a day.
But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day.
That's not how anything works.
Gee, thanks.
First of all, you want to have this.
Evidence room floor plan's been added to the courtroom record. The scene of the stabbing detective at the PD. Alright, Mr. Gumshoe, let's have a little talk here. What do you mean by being a boss for a day?
Oh, there's like Gumshoe's stuff, his fishing rod and
Oh,
his,
yeah.
metal detector.
The metal detector.
Secret weapon.
Is Missile in the bag? That'd be kind of disturbing.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
Yeah, where's Missile?
So, Detective Gumshoe, so you're the boss for the day.
That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department.
But if you were the boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? You're not much of a boss.
They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial.
In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again.
I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put the case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal.
Do you have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe?
Yeah, of course. I'm a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal.
Only you can open.
Alright, let's talk about Edgepoo here.
I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens.
Oh, you good soul. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee right now. It's not good.
Not the Spanish Inquisition.
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today.
I see.
I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case.
That case.
Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth.
Maybe we could get him to tell us more about that case. Tell us about these lockers.
This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it.
Using their ID card?
Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already.
God, that sounds like a lot. How do you still work there?
Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. I mean, they love me here.
He just looks at his right hand.
My
Oh, God.
son. Oh, you mean your fingerprints?
Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. Like this. So the only locker we can open is our own.
Oh, there's a picture of someone.
It's like a girl. Police
Mm.
officer.
I wonder who this guy's for.
Funny. They look like normal lockers.
These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see?
The handles.
On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it,
Yeah.
Zap! You get a shock.
if that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks.
Evidence locker added to the court record. Only assigned detective prints can unlock it. Indicator lamps light up when it's open. Alright. Do you want to present him anything?
We want to know more about SL9, so something about SL9. Maybe the switchblade knife because it has the SL9 and it was from the evidence locker.
True. Because we might get more from Edgeworth, but let's see if he knows anything.
Detective Goodman's note, and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone.
Because of SL9's connection.
That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew that Edgeworth was a man to be feared.
But why would the evidence from that case turn up now?
I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case.
Alright. He already knows about the note, too. Maybe he could tell us which one is Goodman's locker, maybe?
That's the victim, Detective Goodman's ID card. These days, everything's cards and secret numbers. I can never relax.
That's only because you always lose your card.
I always forget my secret number, too. Scary, huh? My face should be ID enough. What's the world coming to?
I'll get there eventually. Detective Gumshoe, rebel against the machine system. I was gonna say rage against
Show
the
him the
machine.
record. The record with the ID number. He might.
Let's see.
He said he can remember his own, right?
Maybe. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing.
Ah, I heard the rumors.
Tell me more about 420 guy.
So it was...
Oh, sorry.
Ooh!
What is it?
The second number!
It's not your ID, is it, Detective Gumshoe?
Mr. Edgeworth!
He
What?
can't remember his own, but he can remember Edgeworth's.
The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
Record, courtroom updated in the court record.
Was that one of the 420s?
Oh, God.
Yeah, Edgeworth is blazing it every day in the evidence room.
I told him he always smells funky every night.
I knew it.
Alright, why would Edgeworth have come here in the evidence room? Alright, let's see here.
If you do enter, like, to check
He
it,
said
does
the
it,
second
like, have the
number is...
name?
Oh, we write down the
nice.
names. That's cool.
Yeah.
Alright.
Smart.
So we only
So the
have-
one other one was the same
Oh.
ID, the 49 guy, and then the 777, which I think that's probably the guess.
I want to take a guess. The 4989 is
Meekins.
Meekins, possibly.
Okay.
So we
He
could probably,
came in here at some point.
yeah. So I mean, we'll probably still go back and find Meekins and show him this maybe to confirm it. But
Oh. Yeah,
'Cause,
because
like-
Bruce would have entered, but then he wouldn't have left if he was killed.
yeah. So anyway, so we got
Oh, wow.
some idea.
Well,
Can we
hold
talk
on.
to him more about that?
Yeah,
Maybe.
can we talk to him more?
Oh yeah, we can. Here you go.
No, that was a bloody violent case.
Violent. It was murder.
Serial killing.
Oh no. A serial killing. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this one after all.
But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him.
And this was 2 years ago.
That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight, and that started the rumor mill.
Rumors about forged evidence?
It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transfer the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is.
Huh? What do you mean?
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see?
So, the switchblade knife.
The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Alright. So, we found
let's,
out.
let's
Can we
go-
search around?
Yeah, let's look
Maybe.
around. Use your favorite thing.
Eh.
Can we
I know a
spray the
murder
room
happened
with
in here.
spray with the
Oh
thing?
god. There's a lot of stuff to
Say no more.
Hold your breath.
Ah!
Spray.
Oh wow! Wait, Aaron,
Oh gosh,
good job.
actually,
Oh my gosh,
Zoom in. Enhance.
it's a ghost. What?
why am I getting a reaction here?
That's a good question.
There's no reason for the murderer to touch his spot. He fled out the door. This might be something significant.
The victim. Hey. That's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal.
What, this? Luminol. It's called luminol testing fluid. You should know it, detective.
Where'd you get your hands on that?
eBay.
Huh? Medical supply store.
I'd like to get some too.
You work in an office that should have it.
I'll just borrow $50 from the chief.
God
It's
damn
not
it.
gonna be enough.
Where do you get this, Emma?
You need 30 more bucks.
I always buy it by mail order.
Told you, man, eBay.
Well, it's better to jot down for the floor plans. Alright. Let's keep spraying! Oh, wait,
You can also slide.
Floor?
Slide.
uh,
Slide to the right.
I will.
Right.
Right? Oh, yeah.
You know where the
we
guy's
should,
doing this?
Oh, there we go.
Oh my gosh. There's actually stuff.
Enhance!
I
Another
knew it.
ghost
This is
handprint.
someone's right handprint.
What?
Isn't that his locker?
What's the matter, detective?
This locker is mine.
Oh.
It's yours.
Please. You have to help me. When they come to take me away, promise that you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals?
This is an important clue. I'll jot down the floor plans.
I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you guys can't trust the police.
Almost had an aneurysm from that
What?
statement.
But you're a detective. You are.
They got him already.
It's like you gotta hire me for the police. It's like you are the police. Alright, let's see.
Oh, what's the glove there?
Oh, that's a lot.
Enhance.
God, so flash.
This must be one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it.
Footprints?
I'm not a professional, but what's your opinion, detective?
Pale blue blood? Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien?
Oh my god.
Nice.
This
That
proves
blows this
you're
case
very,
wide open.
you're very dumb, but this also proves that something really happened in front of this locker.
I'll make a note of it in the floor plans.
Hey, if you don't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked.
I
We
agree.
shouldn't
Don't
have
listen
asked.
to the police.
I mean,
We
I
can't
know
help
who to
them.
hire you, and if you need someone on the History Channel.
I think that might be.
I think it's great.
Alright. I just want to waste this girl's luminol to the best I can.
I think we've already
It's
went through like 3
expensive.
bottles of this stuff already. The poor,
Don't worry, she got more, right?
we already used up like the entire month of this with the girls' allowance.
Alright,
All right,
so...
can you look at the glove there?
Yeah, we can.
Someone left a glove here. Only one.
Oh, LSL9. Detective
Stick it.
Gumshoe, maybe?
There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective.
I mean,
That's what you
Aren't you?
are.
That's evidence from the case, you know. From the case.
you mean SL9. It does have a tag on it. Rubber glove added to the courtroom record. Tagged evidence from the SL9 evidence, extremely thin rubber glove. Alright, what about this glaze?
Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces.
Detective Gumshoe, perhaps?
There you go, pal, making me sound some kind of hooligan.
Ooh.
That's apparently from the case.
The case, SL9.
The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on the pieces there?
Another piece of SL9 evidence. Let's take a closer look. Wonder what shape these pieces were before it was broke.
You
Oh,
want
yeah, I
to
forgot
try to
about
put it back together?
Oh yeah, I
Would
like
that be tampering?
jigsaws.
Minigame.
Good look, pal. That's no job for amateurs.
You doubt me.
Well, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up.
We got the,
It's only like 5 many pieces, man.
That's
the
why
best
it
of
was
an amateur
around
here.
a tube of glue.
Oh, she carries glue. Is it like Elmer's glue? Well, this piece looks like it's the bottom. Let's try putting it in place.
Oh god,
Alright.
game.
Oh,
It's
no.
in
There's, like,
3D.
So
Oh.
many features that show off like the 3D.
Alright. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can just kind of like.
Ooh.
Try
Oh, okay. This is not bad. This one.
that one.
Alright. And
Nice.
this
You can rotate it.
one.
It's massive.
Oh, there it is.
Bam.
Yeah, there it
No,
goes.
never
No,
mind. I
no,
thought it
no,
was.
no. It's more jaggedy. One more over that one.
This one?
Or one more back.
I can't
No, no, no,
rotate
one
it.
more.
Oh, I can rotate it. Okay, here we go.
The previous piece that you had, I think.
Oh, wait. Wait.
Yeah.
Can you go
Hold on.
the other direction?
Hold on, guys. I gotta do something really quick.
Oh, okay, pause. Oh, I think it's the third one from the left.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
think
if I could
too.
just remote into his computer, I can take control, and then we can proceed without it.
You know, Zoom actually lets you take control of a person's computer. They give you permission.
Diabolical.
Well, yeah, that's how they steal your data. Don't use Zoom. Why are you using? No, wait. I mean, maybe they fixed the security issues.
Well, no. Well, yeah, I don't know. That would be a cool feature for Discord.
All right, sorry about
We
that.
just take the screen over.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be the far left one.
Okay. Let me see.
Yeah, looking at it again, I was maybe wrong.
No,
Doesn't
maybe
look like
not.
it.
That looks too smooth.
No. Is it? That's a whole long one.
Maybe that one?
No, it looks like it should be like.
'Cause that-
No, not that way. Rotate right. There you
That
go.
one at the far right is probably at the top. It's like a vase
Yeah.
thingy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna rotate that. Looks like the top part here. So.
Mm,
How can this be this hard?
I think it's the
Hold on.
third one.
okay, that's also a top piece.
Oh, there you go.
How
Hey!
how-
Never mind. They have the little.
And this one should go in
Thingy.
here.
Yeah.
All right, getting easier now. All right,
Muchísimo.
Far left.
this one.
That's that one definitely.
And let's see, that little tippy tip right there. Probably this one.
Nah.
No.
I think
Mm.
the one on the
Some
far
more
right.
I like the second from the left.
flat.
Can you turn it a bit?
Yeah, can
I
you
don't-
rotate the?
That's
Can you
the
rotate
top.
the main body of it?
I don't think you
I guess
can
not.
until you put the right piece into place.
You can. I think you can only rotate the piece you're looking at.
Oh, there's some more shenanigans. Yeah, maybe the next one.
This is kind of an ugly vase, regardless.
I think
It is very ugly.
it's the one on the far right.
Right, that's
It's kind of hard to tell because you only get one red line guiding.
yeah, but I think that has that diagonal then kind of going uppy.
Oh
So-
yeah,
Let's see.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
That's
Sorry
it.
about
that's what we think is the next
Oh,
piece.
well, yeah.
Yeah. Then
This one,
that
right?
one.
Oh,
No, the
Oh,
second
no, that one.
You have
Third,
it.
third
Yep.
from the left. Right.
Yeah.
Nope. Yep.
Yes.
And this
Sorry.
one.
Uh,
Oh,
No.
wait.
No,
This
the other
one.
one.
Process of elimination.
Wait, oh, you gotta
I gotta
rotate it.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
The other
Wait,
one.
right, wrong button.
With the
Uh,
handle.
This one.
Nope, the other
Rotate
piece.
it.
Yeah,
Doesn't
then
have
rotate.
blood on it. Yeah.
One more rotate.
Oh wait, I
I
think
ought
that's
to do
it.
it.
Okay, handle's gonna be on that side.
I think that's it. Or no, was it that? No,
Is
the
it
other-
this way? Hold on,
no, the other piece.
hold on. Let's see.
We're pros, guys.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
It's just trial and error at this point.
This is such an ugly thingy,
It's also a broken
Gross.
base.
and it's missing a piece.
Did we do it right?
Yes.
Huh?
We made a totally new piece of art.
Huh? I don't think that's right. Did we do it right?
I think we,
Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are totally missing.
Yeah, I got that full 2 in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it.
You did it faster than us.
With some pieces stolen.
I bet they were missing to begin with.
Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar.
Kind of understand how it got broken. Also, it's super ugly, so I had to get rid of it myself.
Unstable jar added to the courtroom record.
Hey, pal, look at the time.
Was there something you needed to be going to?
It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to give him my report for the day.
A restaurant ad?
It might help, you know.
A report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer with yummy looking food?
The one thing that says nothing about is no problems.
Hey, that's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him.
Oh, you're such a good soul.
Who needs enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe?
Everything's hunky dory.
I'm up, pal. Later.
I should probably see what Edgewood had to say too. Alright. Let's see. Can you guys give me like one moment? It's just I need to check on something really quick. I'll be right back.
Good.
Okay. So, Animal Crossing updates coming out in a couple days.
You can go swimming.
Yay. I'm gonna catch so many starfish.
Should be fun.
Oh,
Isn't there
also,
like a little otter or something that you could meet? It looks like.
looks like a sea otter? Yeah.
I'm excited.
He's the guy that you get the DIYs from if you give him stuff. That's my understanding.
Also, since it's July, new beetles and stuff are available to catch, like
Oh yeah.
dung beetles too.
Hmm.
And
I think there's a
cicadas.
total of 21 new insects.
21. Oh my gosh. I think
Oh.
there's
Hunting's
like
like
dung
Pokemon. Gotta
beetles
catch 'em all.
in like the winter too, but they roll up like snowballs. I remember seeing on someone's island. It doesn't really make sense, but instead of like dung balls, they roll up like little snowballs on the ground. That's cute. But they may be here in the summer too. Then. Yeah.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Already caught some of the new insects. Some are weird looking.
What'd you catch?
I caught the walking leaf bugs.
Oh, those are tricky. Yeah.
Those are so cool.
It's like you think it's like an item. Yeah.
I caught a mosquito.
Also caught
Yeah,
one of
they
the new.
bite you
fish.
too, though. I didn't like that. I don't think you can get passed out like with the bee. Like if you get stung by bees twice, you can pass out. Or if you get stung by a scorpion or tarantula, you knock out. But I'm not sure about mosquito because I got bit by one and it just said that my character was itchy for a
Oh
while.
yeah, it doesn't do much. It just the mosquito bites you and goes away. It doesn't do anything else.
Okay.
It's like real life.
How about getting bit by mosquitoes?
Animal Crossing.
In Animal Crossing.
Oh, they got mosquitoes now?
It's the latest feature.
Okay.
There's actually other cool updates
Alright.
coming, but that's
Oh, wait, I didn't mean to
part
do
of
that.
it.
Alright, let's get to Edgeworth here. Guard station. Let's see. Guess can we present? Have we present this to him? Let's see.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Get this filled out, maybe. Oh wait, hold on. Wrong button. Present. Marshall. Zach, buddy.
Oh,
Shut
my
up
bad.
down there, little doggy.
Sorry about that.
No, you good.
The sheriffs back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. About the only truth they trusted was their shooting hand.
This is neither the wild nor the west here, so I'm gonna need you to come back to reality.
Oh, it's always gravity.
Reality. But that and this are two different things entirely.
Very true.
I guess so. I'm lost. You don't live in reality?
Looks like we need to find out if we actually are in the reality this guy is talking about. Looks like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy.
Matrix now. Oh.
Maybe. Let's see. Well, I'm not sure what evidence to get anything out of him, but I guess it keeps pointing we gotta go see Edgeworth, so let's see. Police department entrance, underground parking lot, and then we get to. Oh, hey, how you doing? Let's see, High Prosecutor's office. February 23rd, High Prosecutor's office, room 1202. Oh my God, it's the
Hey!
bellboy!
Why is he here?
I don't know, cameo.
Ah, guests, my apologies.
Oh, it's you.
Have we met somewhere?
Huh?
Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long.
He was the one that did it.
Is Edgeworth here?
Just the bellboy.
Take us for Edgeworth?
There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand.
I gotta talk to him if he's cheating me with that boy.
Oh, he looks angry.
He does.
You caught me.
Right.
He was the hotel being. Oh, sorry. He asked the hotel bring him iced. I was gonna say iced tea. Tea service.
Iced tea.
Mr. Edgeworth, are you cheating on Phoenix? All right? Can't allow this. My OTP. And you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry?
Please don't write into your stories about this already.
I am.
By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. You better not cheat on him with me either.
Edgeworth gets around.
Yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems.
What's with that picture? It's like a chef or something.
Really?
Restaurant.
Was it helpful? Somehow I doubt it.
No
Apparently,
problemo.
Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here.
Oh, is that the one we're going at 8:30?
I think he was trying to console me somehow.
Oh. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think the whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Phoenix, do something so you don't lose your man.
I'll just do what every healthy couple do. We have a talk. Hey, let's have an inquiry committee about your inquiry committee. I don't know if that makes sense. So, how did the inquiry committee go?
Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation.
Concealing evidence.
Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time, again.
Oh, he's smiling about it. Again?
I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago.
What about tomorrow's trial, my dude? Are you okay for the trial tomorrow?
Well, I'm still the presiding prosecutor attorney. However,
Something happened.
they gave control of the investigation over to the police department.
The police department? That seems sketchy.
Yes, any further investigation for this will be directed by the chief of police, Gant.
Well, this got super sketchy.
I can do nothing but wait for his results.
Oh. I see.
Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've only done what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still,
Wow, I never see him this out of sorts. Let's,
Show him the ID record because it's got his number on it.
Yeah.
That's pretty important.
You should know about this.
Right, I better check this now.
as I was saying, Oh, what's this? A record of ID card usage?
Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less.
Yes, that's true.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth?
Why'd you do it?
Please don't look at me like that. You're ruining tea time. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less.
The chief of police? The super corrupt dude.
He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago.
Huh. Screwdriver.
He told me he wanted me to keep it there in the prosecutor's office.
But it was
But-
solved, right? It would have to be the evidence was already filed.
The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here.
Can I ask what kind of case it was?
I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case.
Now I'm curious about
You know,
this
like
other
he
case.
knows something.
I better
So many
make a note.
cases in this case.
Unrelated evidence. The screwdriver added to the courtroom record. Right,
that
and
is
evidence
good
of
tea.
God damn.
Who was
Evidence
murdered by the screwdriver?
brought back to the office by Gant's request.
Can we look at the screwdriver and the number on it?
Stubborn as always, I told you this has nothing to do with the current case.
Then why is it into my evidence locker?
I just like collecting things.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
have a little look-see here. So, this one.
AI 16.
The tag says AI 16.
What's that got to do with anything?
Nothing apparently. At least that's what Edward said.
That makes it seem all the more suspicious. I wonder what it has to do with the person he's cheating on you with.
Oh God.
Who knows? This might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case or breaks your relationship, which better not happen because all my fanfiction.
Oh my God. Do you think he's
I was
showing
gonna
it to me as
say-
a metaphor that he was screwing around?
Oh no!
What could it mean?
Like
Wouldn't that
maybe
be
it was upside down again, but it would be like.
Or
no,
maybe
no.
it was Edgeworth that is being, or maybe it's Edgeworth that's the one being screwed.
Oh God. Oh God.
On multiple levels. His job seems to be screwing him over.
Oh my god.
God. Alright, well, we already took a look-see at this thing. So, there's something about AI 16, so we have to find something that relates to this case somehow. Oh wait, can we take a look at this whole thing now? Let's see.
It has a
Got
very small base and an
blood
extremely high center of
splatter.
gravity.
Alright.
Yeah, there's blood.
Hey, look! They're hard to make out, but there's some dark red stains here.
Oh, we should spray it with the spray bottle.
It looks like Kool-Aid.
Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed? Or is this blood old?
Not likely. This one looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer.
It shouldn't be bright red then, it should be rusted like brown.
This jar was evidence of the SL9 incident. It might be when the blood got on it. I don't know. Is there a way to preserve the color of the blood? Science fact?
No, it should be rust.
Alright, what about down this hole here?
Maybe it has something to do with the material it's made
It
out of.
doesn't have a bottom.
That is a weird jar.
That's weird. Wonder which side is up. Better yet, what's the purpose of a bottomless jar?
Aesthetics.
At least it doesn't collect dust inside, right?
Oh, it'll still collect dust.
It's like a three-way symmetrical, weird.
I wonder
Looks
if
like
it's like one of
Modern.
those like secret bongs type of thing, you know? It's like this part
It
is
looks like it has
Secret
3 handles,
bonds.
but one of them was broken, and 2 of them was broken
you
off.
know, like those bongs that looks like a vase.
Oh, I think it'd be bigger than.
I mean, they can be in small sizes. Let's see.
Show him, I don't know, the knife or the note.
Alright, let's see.
We talked about evidence and...
Alright,
Yeah, he
tell
was
us more
on-
about this knife here, my dude.
he was
oh,
the
wait,
prosecutor
I
for
gotta
that case.
present it. Yeah, present.
Ooh, he's angry.
I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right?
He
It all
knows.
has to do with that case.
He
you
knows.
SL9 incident. Don't tell me you cheated on me before then.
That would be before y'all were together.
True. And some dark suspicion you're wrapped up in.
You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life.
Oh boy.
Whoa!
I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later.
Looks like I'll be sleeping under my desk again. He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator.
That one time.
Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Were you with that bellboy earlier? Alright. Let's have allegations of forgery here, my dude.
The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant.
That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago, too, then?
He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous.
Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth?
What I want to know is why Deputy Chief of Police is on the investigation.
In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed.
Wait, you didn't.
Of course not. I didn't even touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully.
Like me?
By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something.
My sister? What?
If you are still studying forensic science,
Huh? Yes, of course. Well, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using my luminol that he keeps wasting.
luminol testing fluid,
I gotta use this luminol here in this room too. Make sure.
Well then, you might have use for this.
Ah.
Aw,
This is-
He's
yeah.
trying to distract me so I don't spray the room.
Makeup. Oh,
Aluminum
powder.
powder for taking fingerprints.
There's an eye missing in aluminium.
It's the British.
Dude, we gotta save the money for every letter on the printing press. You know.
It's been chemically treated for better adhesion.
For me? Are you sure? We are that quote-unquote enemy, you know.
I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will.
Aw, little smile.
Gee, Worth. Really.
Should I leave you two alone?
No need to thank me.
No. We gotta focus on the trial. Oh God.
Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved.
Thanks. How am I gonna give him? How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Fingerprint set and the fingerprint file received.
Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Spray this room too. I want you to spray the ward.
Okay.
The broken ward.
I do remember seeing a suspicious fine print somewhere.
Oh yeah, at the evidence room.
Yeah. All right, let's.
What about the jar? Can we do this on a jar?
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Hold on. Let me. I used the wrong button here.
Can you combine items?
I was sure it was going to be the ward.
God damn it, he's so clean!
Steel Samurai. Oh,
How's there no blood here?
Dang it.
Phoenix, please.
Not even sticky
can't
white
breathe.
substances!
Oh my god.
You're getting it all
Just
over the
a
place.
second.
Oh god, not the tea.
Conducting an investigation here.
Make sure
Not
you have
my
an
tea.
interesting aftertaste. Just kidding.
You killed
Did you just spray his tea?
Phoenix, you are sleeping on the sofa tonight.
At least it's comfortable than your warming embrace. Alright, let's see. Can we use the fingerprint thing as well? Let me see.
Yeah. How do you use one item with?
Right.
Well, I
Please.
think I'll show you when you get to that.
You used it on Edgeworth.
You can't use it on.
I gotta make sure you don't have the bellboy's fingerprints all over you, man.
I'm the You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea that you've now ruined.
Yeah.
You were. You've been
I'll
doing that for
pass on the
last 10
tea,
minutes.
considering all the luminol I sprayed.
Right.
Just tell me about the case, man.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very polite manner, and no means no, especially when you're in a relationship.
Oh, why you
Whose
gotta
side are
remind
you
me about
on?
consent?
Jesus.
Whose side are you on anyway?
The side of
Maybe what you
justice.
see, but consent is everything.
Consent.
Oh, come on, we're on the side of justice. Think about the type of game we're playing.
Alright.
Is that an innuendo?
I don't know. Alright, so. Guess. Can we look at
I
it
guess we
things
gotta
and
go
do
to
it,
the
maybe?
evidence
Let's see.
room.
Doesn't give me an option to do fingerprints yet. Maybe we gotta get to the
Aw.
evidence room first, and then maybe we can do it. Like we gotta lock it.
Let's do it.
Alright, move. Oh, Star's not here anymore.
Do you think we can use the fingerprints on the lockers? I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
You could at least tell who's
Yeah, we
locked
gotta
there.
look at the lockers first. So let's see here. Police department entrance. Guard station. There's a lot of shuffling in the background for some reason.
Look at Mike.
Oh,
Alright.
sorry.
Good. We were just like, wow, that's a lot of shuffling.
I was
It's like, what's
moving
going
the
on?
computer and
It's
it was
like
changing
moving the
everything.
entire
Whoopsie.
desktop or something.
Oh no.
All right,
Sorry,
February
I'll mute it.
23rd, evidence room, sector 3. Our investigation turned up suspicious handprint.
Here, in this blood, on the detective's evidence locker.
Let's use this secret weapon we just borrowed from Edgy-Poo. Enhance!
Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger.
Index.
Finger.
Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print.
Okay.
The index.
I really can't tell the difference at a glance.
Quit procrastinating and choose a finger.
Alright, jeez, I'll pick a finger.
That
I
Yeah,
like
the
the
thumb
finger.
would be like
Index.
I'll decide.
The ring?
either your
This one.
finger
That one.
or the thumb, but the thumb would be
Okay,
like the
now
side.
it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done.
Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eye.
First, we sprinkle the aluminium powder around.
How do you do that?
With the enter key.
See?
It looks like I did the trick. Oh god, I better hope the judge's not here for this.
This you definitely don't want to snort.
The aluminium powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess.
Huh? I'll blow.
With E. Exciting, I know.
We should be able to blow into the 2DS if we...
Yeah, like in the 3D, the DS version of this game, it has a built-in microphone. You would literally blow into the DS to blow away the powder.
That's cute.
Wow, so
Nice.
interactive.
Yeah. It'd be cool if they would have
Imagine
like
you're
done
blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See?
like this.
I can't tell you any other type of blowing because that would be inappropriate.
Well, that looks like fun. Plus, you're 16. You should know these things. It might
Leaf
take some
blowing.
time getting used to, though.
Leaf blowing is an important chore for a 16-year-old to be able to do.
Oh, man.
Fine. It won't go up your nose or anything.
Don't let a certain person know.
You just pour the powder on thick and then blow away the extra.
Oh, thick.
Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright.
I guess I better give it a try.
Oh god, that's too much.
There we go. Perfect.
Aha! You did it! You found one.
But it looks nothing like a fingerprint.
Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't.
What does it mean?
It was an
They
alien.
take a glove?
Try sniffing.
They were
it.
wearing
I
gloves.
think it means we'll have to look.
Out of luck.
The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves.
Ellipsis. Don't tell me we're wasting our time here.
But we had an educational lesson.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, we
come
learned
on.
about forensic science.
And
Oh.
blowing. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints elsewhere?
Other prints.
Looking at the locker again closely.
Ah.
Oh,
It
a
seems like
second
there's
print.
fingerprints outside the bloody handprints as well.
What's that?
Let's see if we can find a clear print.
Fingerprints outside the wood.
That obvious smudge.
Yeah, what could that be?
Gotta get all the blow.
Hey.
There we go. Looking good. Oh wait, no, blow.
No, you ruined it.
All right.
No, you gotta put more powder on it.
Maybe.
Oh.
Let me get more around. There we go. Oh.
A little more at the bottom.
Yeah, just make sure it's nice and powdered here. There we go.
Yay, a print so clear it's dazzling.
Hell yeah. Dazzling.
Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find.
Not really.
Let's smash it up right away.
So we're not done yet. This is quite a process.
Well, there's no point finding a printed fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right?
I guess she's right.
Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, we got that?
Yeah, he really gave us quite a bit of.
And point
Stop.
out the person you think who left behind these prints. It's gotta be Gumshoe, who was
Huh?
He
his
just
boss.
like
How am I supposed to know who it was?
he keeps like fingerprints on like everybody that he's met.
Could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means these prints probably don't have anything to do with their case. So whose fingerprints would be most likely found in this evidence locker, which happens to belong to Mr. Detective Gumshoe?
Mr. Gumshoe.
Oh, is it Meekins?
Yep.
No, I didn't see it.
Wait.
Oh, it's that
Oh,
one.
there it is.
Oh.
Comparing. Damn.
Ooh,
This is like on our freaking app on our phone or something?
very science.
Match found.
Algorithm.
Ah!
Detective Gumshoe's locker. It's Detective Gumshoe's prints.
Detective
Shocking.
Gumshoe was the murderer!
Oh, God.
No!
No!
Oh,
So-
boy.
So these prints belong to our Detective Gumshoe.
Ellipsis.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright. You gave me this so what look.
I guess it's probably because I was thinking, so what?
Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Practice is good, makes perfect. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss.
He left a big greasy thumbprint, so that means he had
You got it.
that means he had fried chicken, and there's a fried chicken joint around here someplace.
I mean, fried chicken
Oh.
sounds good.
I'm so hungry right now. Why did you do that to me? You've got to roll with the punches, Mr. Wright.
Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, I remember correctly. There's one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. At the slide to the left. Alright, let's guess
Respond.
Yeah, man.
examine first maybe?
I think it's a
This is where we got the luminol reaction, right?
Right, there's a handprint here. Okay, want to try using this?
do I?
There goes her eye sparkling again. Hell yeah. Alright, let's check for some dank prints.
That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you something first.
What is it?
The area with blood would look to be wiped away, right?
We only ended up using a shit ton of chemicals with this.
Any prints in that area will be wiped away too.
Oh, right. I'm a dumbass. So, that means no prints.
Would you say that the probability of your hypothesis is high?
No, we still have to try.
Don't ask me.
Anyways, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away.
I sprayed it everywhere. Prints other than ones left by a bloody hand. So, maybe like here? Oh, I guess it did it by itself. Blow. Yeah, get
Oh
a
my
little
God.
bit here, and a little bit up here, and blow. Come on. How
Oh,
much
no.
powder does this
Uh-oh.
fingerprint need? There we go.
Finally.
Alright, let's see. So. Huh.
Wait.
Oh.
Jake,
That seems to be it.
he's the murderer.
Jake the dog. Comparison complete.
Do you think Jake can break into the locker because he works there?
Possibly.
Yeah, maybe he's like not letting on as much as he knows.
Hey, these fingerprints. They.
Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? Please don't tell me it's the guy I had a crush on.
It is the guy you have crush on, Officer Marshall. He's a shady individual now.
My
Never trust
underage
him.
heart is broken.
He's a heartbreaker.
Besides, you.
Officer Jake Marshall.
mean, why do you still like the guy? He called you doggies and stuff.
I have issues.
It was endearing.
So
Don't judge her.
You know how my father died when I was young?
Oh no.
My dog?
Let's
Kill the professor.
let's just notice that these fingerprints were added to the courtroom record.
It's got to be a coincidence. He can't be involved in the crime.
Emma, you're letting your bias show.
This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction, the blood and the fingerprints are in the same place.
Oh!
So we have Jake's Marshall's fingerprints. Our one wiped bloodstain.
But why? Why would Officer Marshall?
It looks like our investigation's finally turned out some results. Also, sorry for
Oh my
ruining
gosh.
your perfect headcanon for the guy you have a crush on. I guess it's what you call a decisive evidence.
I don't believe it.
It's a critical hit.
Critical hit. Oh, to be
To be
continued.
continued.
Well,
That's kind of good timing.
yeah, it's already 8:40, so alrighty. So, do you guys want to call it a night here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. So let's see. You guys are in the mood for a bonus session, or do you want to go back to the usual Monday, Wednesdays?
I probably can't make any bonus sessions.
Yeah, I got.
Not that I
July.
had any words, I know like 2 sessions.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
it's fine. It's just like I always like to check if you guys want to do one. So I always ask Wednesdays, anyways. But
Okay.
but other than that, yeah, we can do Monday. I guess just in case 7:30. Let's see. So yeah, you guys okay with Monday 7:30?
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, sure.
Sounds good.
Sure thing.
Alrighty then. Thank you guys for joining for this session. Had some fun tonight. I hope you guys did too. So other than that, you guys have a good night. All right.
You too. Good night.
There.
Yeah.